First thing first, congratulations on IronMouse on her IDF campaign. It's a smashing success. Because I do have friends that have also immunodeficiency, but if you guys don't know, actually immunodeficiency have multiple various version of it. And my friend, I think he got the slightly mild version, so he is not bedridden or stuck in his house like IronMouse did. But still often he still works, and then often when we hang out in Discord, he will sometimes say, "Oh, I just have nosebleed. Oh, I just cough blood." I was like, "Holy shit, how do you functions?" I guess most people lived through their conditions long enough, they kind of got used to it. Well, technically, I am too. If anyone who would drop into my stream often, which almost none, I always talk about the kind of medical conditions that I'm in, which is very vague actually by natures. Even the doctor kind of gave up on do medical discovery. When it comes to lots of medical conditions, it's not a one surefire thing. They have to spend a long ass time to actually know what the heck is wrong with you. You know what? Just let Maul Pegasus talk a little bit about it, and you'll understand.
Now, I can sort of relate to IronMouse. I also had an autoimmune disease, Crohn's. And yeah, it's pretty tough to deal with. Autoimmune diseases in general just suck. They take years to diagnose. The entire time, the world thinks you're crazy. Your own doctors think you're crazy because they can't figure it out. Meanwhile, you're fucking dying with level 99 pain. Now, thankfully, mine's under control now after 2 of the worst years of my life.
Yes, that particular part. It's basically, especially when you don't know what's wrong with you, even a doctor don't know what's wrong with you, it's a game of chicken. This is why even my doctor sort of gave up on trying to help me at this point. Well, some do, some didn't. Again, tricky situations. I'm what they known as the medical limbo. It's basically my condition doesn't really kill me, but it just annoys the shit out of me. It disrupts my normal functions, but it doesn't really harm me in any way. If you wonder what the heck it is, well, it's just something that disrupts my balance. They have no idea what it is. And they found out I have something called AICA vestibular loop, which is at the same time a bunch of tiny minor issues on my body. I now are actually plagued with a balancing issues. I constantly get vertigo, and right now I'm actually seeing double visions. All those kind of things required focus for me to actually functions. Imagine when you guys walk, stand, or move your hand, grab a pencil, or just eat using a hand holding a fork or a chopstick. For me, I have to actively focus and aware of what I'm doing to actually be able to properly perform the actions. Even seeing with my eyes, because if I don't focus, my eye would just go double vision immediately. So I have to actively focus on every single thing I do. Yes, I am manually controlling everything in my body, which basically, I am very distracted from basically focusing every single aspect of my body. But that's the thing. It's not like I'm dying. I technically can move, technically can do this, technically can do that. So this is why my condition is what they call a technical limbo of medical conditions. Even the doctor have this phrase for me is basically, you're not bad enough to be a disabled, but you also are not good enough to be able. Yeah, my doctor actually said that. Because here's the thing. Not all medical conditions come from one big bad illness. Sometimes they comes in multiple stack of issues, like me. That's the reason I'm in medical limbo, is because I cannot be disabled if they just count all the small things I have. But the problem is all the small things stack up together and then become a big thing. But on a black and white paper, that doesn't fly. Right now, I'm just a 30 years old unemployed because I just can't keep up with people. Think about this. I can just sit here doing nothing and immediately got hit by a dizzy spell, or vertigo, just everything spinning, or I become super tired by just focusing do one thing for a few hours. My condition is so random, even I have no idea when I'm good, when I'm not going to be good, which make me quite a liability to hired. Well, sometimes some people can be disabled and work. Technically, I can't. But the problem is people who hired those liabilities, in some sense, they have a benefit because they are disabled. They have a license for that. So if they hired a disabled, they do get a tax return. But for me, well, I don't even have that. So I don't think there's any benefit to even hire me at all. And we already are at the age that all remote work is technically, if they have been taken, they already been taken. And there's no more new type of remote work. It's like in everywhere. Because I can't even travel outside my house that well. This is why, like, there's a lot of when I talk a lot about my medical condition, a lot of people actually draw parallel with IronMouse with me, and then I was like, I'm not dying from it. Sorry, that IronMouse, no offense, but generally they are drawing the parallel of the restrictive natures that I have. I can't actually go out that well because going out is a hassle. I have to prepare to get hit by multiple level of vertigo actually to functions afterward, which made me out of commission just by going out. This medical issues sounds like complete BS. Like even now, I still have no idea what I actually have. Even the doctor already like gave up. Most of the doctors, ENT doctors, the physiotherapy doctors, now the psychological doctors still think maybe partially it's mental issues. Maybe. Even I believe maybe, because the first phase of the doctors in the first hospital keep gaslighting the shit out of me, I think too much, until they did an MRI scan for me, because the physiotherapy doctors like found out I really have some movement issues. So they did an MRI on me, and they found out, oh, your ears have these issues, but it's not exactly the one that caused all of it. It's more like a amplifier, the AICA like the AICA vestibular loop. A lot of stuff that I have individually, a lot of people have it. But the problem is they only have one or two of them, or just practically just one of them. Somehow my body have the stacking ability of multiple of them. So it become a big inconvenience instead of a small inconvenience for a lot of people. It definitely didn't kill me, but it makes my life a living hell. Which makes, again, very hard for me to keep up the pacing with anyone. I do feel a little bit bad that I can't work because my parents did pay for lots of my university stuff, and then, due to my medical condition, I have to drop out on my degree, which I wasted lots of money for it. I'm not even kidding. I'm studying engineering, and then afterward I studied 3D animations. But still, I can't really use any of them because both of this job required a ungodly amount of like concentrations and focus, and I don't have much spare to just controlling myself, And I could say streaming is basically the only thing I can do. Technically, there's still some other job definitely outside as options, like voice acting. Tough luck. But yeah, I've been trying. I'm trying really, really hard, but I'm tired. Really tired. This is why you guys have been seeing a lot of me, like, just doing my best, spam the shit out of my Ko-Fi. Hey, give money to me like a freaking beggar, because essentially I am at this point. I'm running out of money. My bank is almost empty. Only got 40 ringgit left. I don't even have enough money to pay for my phone at this point. So, yeah. And there's definitely a lot of people listening to this now. They'll be like, so, what do you want? Just say it. Just say you need money. I'll be like, this video, I'm not really sure what the goal is. It's just that I've been hearing a lot of things about IDF stuff, and also hear like more Pegasus like talk about this particular things, how people need to like having this kind of sort of stuff to deal with the doctors. Kind of remind me of my like condition. I want to talk about it. It's just plainly I want to talk about it. It's not too much. It's just maybe ranting. Maybe I'm just bitching. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for listening to me bitching about this. Well, I guess I should get going and do my actual work. Chronically be online and try my best to get noticed. Well, as always, everyone, stay healthy, stay safe. Until next time, stay tuned on my next rant, maybe. Bye-bye.